Oh, hi there, and welcome to my segmented run of Legacy of Kain Defiance. In this run, I'll be going over some tricks, and you'll see the cuts. Now, first, the time starts on first movement, and here is pretty basic. We do a little trick over here. Yeah, that says about a second, so we don't have to climb up that. And jump over here. Now, this is the first glitch. This is step glitch. And basically, to do step glitch, we are stepping while we're going in first person view. And this is another trick. Door climb. Jump over. There's a way you can actually do a different form of step glitch called walking glitch. And we can get over the door that way. Although it is trickier. Here we kind of do some enemy AI manipulation to get a good fight. That was about 47. This is the hardest part in the run in some ways because it has a lot of speed tech. That's the first trick. It's called twin skip. Normally we walk all the way around, and when we're doing that we aren't even actually standing on anything. So and all the cutscene skips are all manual as well, so we have to go into the menu, press down and enter. Here's a trick where we suck 2 souls at the same time, saves about a second. It's pretty basic over here. Next room, Sluag, and this room is infamous in the community for just being cancer. In this video I actually do it the older way because this entire chapter was one segment, so I lose about a couple seconds going up that way wrong. Oh no, it's still a sub 240 to escape. Here we jump into this, so we swap the camera around, and if we swap the camera around then we're able to climb up this. Normally we run around and then I have to climb up, so that skips a lot too. This is a trick where we're just stepping on things we just shouldn't be. Just doing basic shit we shouldn't be doing.
I've enjoyed your game long enough.
And now that's escape done. Now coming up is normally there's a cutscene here, but if we can just walk to the left we can completely skip it, and I do a walking glitch through both of those doors. This is another trick called pillar climb. It's an annoying trick. It's really positioning, and we just do a neutral jump while we're on top of the pillar. Here's this good movement and cornering and whatnot. And up here is tree climb. Now tree climb, there's a few ways to get up tree climb. Normally we just float up it, because when we crouch the game holds our momentum and we're like pushed up the slope on the tree. But there I jumped up it. And there's another trick up here. There's a lot of speed tech, like small speed tech throughout this run, and a lot of the bigger things skips aren't so obvious because we skip like 90% of the chapters in this game. Normally we're supposed to jump down and then aim that ability at that window, but we can just do a trick shot.
Odd sense of displacement as I was transported to the vampire ruin once more. But this chamber was different than the first.
Here you'll see what we do at tree climb more clearly. See, it just hovers, climb up there, and then we fly around, because a lot of ceilings aren't real apparently. Because fun fact, many of these like shrines, whatever, they were done by interns. So some of these places are very glitchy.
Succeeded. The Reaver was forged with the power of light, and now my way was
Reaver
clear.
forges.
I would seek out Ariel at the pillars and see if she could enlighten me.
I could probably recite some of Raziel's dialogue here as well, but not bothered. We do another walking glitch through there. Here we jump up on top of that, save some time. I kind of try keep as close to the inside of the circle, save some time. I'm not sure if that is faster, swinging the Reaver. It feels faster, so that's all that matters. Didn't swing at that time. And this trick coming up here is why you don't put 2D objects in a 3D game. Because that happens. Normally we're not supposed to go through that, we're supposed to go into the spirit world.
I had to depart the cemetery. I only needed to find the gate that would send me on.
This
my
was a
way.
really long segment. This is a really long segment here. We're going straight to Dark Forge. And the reason why this was a rough segment was because of the ghost fight in the forge. Plus we do a lot of walking glitches through these doors to save a couple seconds. Like that. We don't do walking glitch through those doors only one time because it's just not worth setting it up. But going to Dark Forge, it's worth it. It's actually showing us reverse order because we do Light Reaver before we do Dark Reaver, but in casual playthrough we do Dark Reaver first. There's a lot of Reavers in this game, but pretty much we only get the Light and Dark Reaver. There are other categories where we get others, but here's a trick here. By grabbing onto a specific spot, the camera gets bugged and it allows us to do go into first person camera up there. And going into first person camera is important because we need to do walking step glitch by going to first person, so we have to do a spectral shift at a very specific area there. Here's a little bit of ghost manipulation. If you start to fight at the bottom, they can move around. Still not perfect. Another thing to keep in mind is this isn't a true task. It's only, for the most part, what a task could be like. Okay, now it's Dark Forge and no cut here. Now Dark Forge has a newish skip. And it's pretty funny. Remember when I said that a lot of forges were done by interns? Well, this is why you don't make things made by interns. Because you can just fly through the wall. And that skips a checkpoint as well. So we can do a save warp here. And when we load up, we're transported outside the forge. And that saves a lot of time. In a casual playthrough, we also have to fight
at last it was done.
some
The Reaver
ghosts
was
in Dark
forged
Forge,
with
but in Light
darkness.
Forge we have to fight a statue.
As I felt this new power coursing within the Wraithblade, I knew that now the Light Temple would open to me.
Here's the save warp. And just mash enter. And then you can go straight into the loading. There's a cut there. And now we go to Kain Pillars, which is a fun place. See, we don't do walking glitch through these doors because it takes too long to set up for the most part. Because when you're in first person view, if the camera switches, it puts you the camera perspective switches, it takes you out of first person view. So it's telling us to go to Lightforge now, but we already did the got the Light Weaver, so we're just leaving. Just switch to the Light Weaver. If you jump slash, you can't actually grab things, so that's why we do that. And slashing that Light Weaver thing is actually faster. And we can actually, here we can buffer the loading zone. And that's actually faster than doing it normally. And we just avoid fighting all these enemies. There's a lot of fighting in this game casually, but we just skip all of it except the ghosts, unfortunately. Here's a pretty sick strat. And then we're just gonna get up here straight away. There's the sword slashing, so we don't grab onto any of those, so we get up straight away. Because if we grab up, we'll lose about a second. And this is a death warp, because we jumped over a checkpoint back there. The thing to take in to consideration is just, if you've never played this game, is we've currently skipped like I think 6 chapters for the most part. Chapter 1 is also really long, but it's about 15 minutes, but we skipped that down to about under 50 seconds. Here is actually a cut here because these archers are pure cancer and it's completely random whether or not they'll hit you, so I just made sure the segment before and after were very fast. And I put it out there. Cutscene. Coming up is the best glitch in the entire game? Well, so and so. In Raz Pillars, there's time travel and everything in this game. It's very complicated. Some aspects convoluted, but see, 500 years later, in Pillars. Here we're skipping getting a Reaver, actually getting 2 Reavers, and another chapter.
These
And the amount of chapters we skip before we go into the end boss is just insane. There's about 15 chapters, and we pretty much don't do any chapter in its entirety. We just kind of go where we want to, and do a sword slash up here, so we don't grab onto that. So this is what we call sucking away gravity, and that's the best pathing. If you touch the ground, you'll stop floating. So, and we use this tree just to climb up, pretty much. And there you go. That's how you skip this entire area. You just need to suck away gravity. And we're already near the end of the game, but getting here, normally it wouldn't be close to the end of the game, but because we have walking glitch, we can just go wherever we want in this area. Go on past all these enemies. Go through this gate. These enemies are really annoying here because you have to do step glitch to that.
here.
Here's another cut here because I tried doing a strat that's really hard. It's TK flying. It only saves about 4 or 5, maybe more if you do it perfectly, seconds. But here it only saves. I got it and I got saved about 4 seconds. It's a frame perfect trick where you have to use your telekinesis and try grab onto this ledge at the same time, and then we can just fly like that. And there we go. That's the end boss. That easy. Now the end boss has a really hard trick called 2 cycle. I used to think the best way to do it was just by attacking your keyboard, but it's not the case. You kind of want to be gentle with your keyboard, but show it a good time. That's the best way I can describe your keyboard interaction with this. In this, we need to hit his eyeball with 3 full combos, and also get TK hits in between. Here we can actually avoid looking at the eye, and it'll stop the projectiles from hitting us. But I dance around the projectiles because I think it's faster. I can't confirm it's faster, but it is most. You can easily waste time by looking around the room. So to avoid being shot, you just stare away in first person. And here we go. Pretty much the end of the game. That quick. So yeah, thanks for watching. A task run would probably be about 15-30, but I'm pretty happy with this segmented run for the most part.
The plague of your kind will be purged from this world.
So I'm Polytrick, and thanks for watching.
Your wretched, stagnant soul will finally be mine.
In the meantime, you'd best burrow deep. What was a kill to do?